Greg Zerline out for the opening kick. And it's time to close an exciting week of football here on Monday night. Good looking return here, and he's got room. He's popped at the end of that one. Painful end to a real solid return there. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. First play is to the air. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. They strike for 23 yards. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Rattler to the air now. Brought in right side. And he's taken down at the 30. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Now Jalen Wright gets it for the first time. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Wrapped up on that play by big Quinnen Williams. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Right again. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
Putting a receiver in motion. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or two ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
Leading 10 yards now as they line up at 2nd and goal. This time it's a passing play. And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. This taken from the 12. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Marshawn Lattimore up for the secondary for the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. From the 31. That's caught. He finds Allen Lazard. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 28 out of that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down. From the shotgun, Rodgers. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he can take the lid off a defense at any time.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. On the counter, Hall. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Sent to the ground by Pete Werner. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
And the Saints going with the dime package here, 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Forced out to his right. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Running behind center with Wright. And they had that one contained right at the line. DJ Reed brings him down that time. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. If you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They run again with Wright. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Brought to a halt by C.J. Mosley. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
3rd down from the gun. He's on the move. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 27 on the play. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. That's the end of our 1st quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Neither side separating much so far. More from MetLife coming right up. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Throwing now off play action. Fits it through the middle. And he'll be touched down after a big play.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll come up 1st and 10. They run it from the gun with Wright. And he has this one down to the 8-yard line. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3. Here's a give for Wright. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Here's Rattler. Is across the line for the New Orleans touchdown. The Saints now lead by 10. Jalen Wright with the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints drive their lead to 11. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They start the drive with Hall. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Marshawn Lattimore up from the secondary for the stop. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Rodgers here from the gun. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
Read and react. Read and react. Read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. And then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. He has it at the 22. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Saints will get set to take over. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Wright running out of the gun. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 14. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He's going deep. And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. Now we're going to have a stoppage after that return. Looks like somebody was shaken up on the play. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Carl Granderson in on the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They go right back to Hall. Escapes a defender. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. He does it. Touchdown, New York. The Jets make it a 1-score game in the first half. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Greg Zuerlein for the point after try. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. He fields it from the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now run with Wright. And that's good for a gain of 5. DJ Reed brings him down that time. Give him 5 on that carry. Bringing up 2nd and 5.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Here's a give inside to Wright. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. That was Jermaine Johnson there to make the play.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Saints in possession. Third down, 1 yard to go. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. The rookie from Miami, they're on a stop. Jordan Stout on now to punt. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. Got 49 on his 1st punt. This one looks even longer. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And it'll be Jets football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Play fake, it's Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
They call play action. Would have been better to actually give it to him on a carry right there, Kate. The front was fooled, Well, for about a split second, if that. And that play call ended up working in their favor as it leads to a sack.
After the sack, another pass on second down. Makes the grab in bounds left side. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
First down throw by Rodgers. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. The Jets take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Timeout taken by New York. That's its second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
Connects on the crosser. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. New set of downs for him at the 38. To the air here on first down, Rodgers. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Rodgers will look to throw. To the sideline and intercepted. No, it's incomplete. He had the pick. Just couldn't hang on, though. And this drive lives on to see third down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Throwing once again, Rodgers. He's throwing this all the way for the end zone. He couldn't hang on, Brock. It looked like a touchdown, but it slips right through his hands, and now it's fourth down. Greg Zuerlein going to try to knock this through for the Jets. From the right hash, 55 yards out. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And this will remain a 4-point game. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Here's Smith on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hall. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Making the stop that time, Kool-Aid McKinstry. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Inside.
Blitz coming for Rodgers. Wilson on the slant. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I'm sure coach, play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Check 30.
First down, Rodgers. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Saints are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, we all know, Brock, those slot guys start piling up receptions, and that makes them a priority target for the defense.
Yep.
They kept someone nearby, and they pick off that check down.
Yeah, if a play breaks down in today's football, like back in my day, last century, well, you checked down the running back. That's not the case anymore. These slot receivers, well, they're as big a security blanket as running backs are, but the defenses, to your point, Kate, they figured it out too. And that defense, well, they didn't just figure it out in their head. They went out and executed with their bodies to take it away.
The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. Running right. Here's Wright. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Quincy Williams making the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here's 2nd and 7. He's got Shaheed. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play. Now Wright.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot. They go play action here. Flushed out of the pocket. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
From the gun on 3rd down. He couldn't hang on, Brock. It looked like a touchdown, but it slips right through his hands, and now it's 4th down.
Plays like that are called twofers. It's why coaches live 2 years for one. All the planning, great play call, careful execution led to that, and it was still dropped to the turf. Touchdown lost.
He's back to throw. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
Sometimes a quarterback gets so focused on coverage down the field, you lose sight of those linemen right in front of you. On that occasion, he throws it right to the D lineman. Easy to get the paw up and swat away a potential 1st down.
A give left side for Hall. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
They give on 2nd to Hall. Works the pass the 20, and he takes this up to the 22. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Pressure comes, Rodgers. That's caught, it's Breece Hall. It's a huge pickup on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
You know, Ken, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
From the shotgun, Rodgers has a man. It's Tyler Conklin. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Hall. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. And that's going to bring up a tough decision here for them on 4th down. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. The Jets have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Wide left.
They'll run for it with Hall. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. wants a turnover on downs.
This running back has had himself a day, but not on that play. Finally, a little bit of catharsis for everyone on that defense to keep him from the first and get a turnover, a much-needed turnover on downs.
Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
19, Tiger, go!
Here's Wright on the carry. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Throwing off the play fake here. Olave with the catch. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That's good for 7 yards. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Wright gets it, headed right. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. That holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Throwing his Rattler. He put everything he had into this one. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Here we go, 2nd and very long. And that throw just too high for him.
Well, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Rattler setting the throw. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. Here comes the Saints punting unit. Jordan Stout's the one to send it away. And he doesn't put much height or distance on that one. Ball taken in at the 36. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. It'll go down as a 37-yard punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll get this complete to Lazard. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
Inside.
Rodgers here from the gun. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. No luck finding his receiver that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
No. Look at you.
They'll go right side with Hall. And that's good yardage for the new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it's going to be 2nd down.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
We know how hard explosive plays can be in the NFL, and so often they come via the air. What a great help for the offense to find an explosive play on the ground. Well done.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, 1st and goal. Throwing from the gun here. Has it down close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Hall's going to try to smash his way in. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal.
50.
Motioning the tight end left. He'll throw it. Touchdown, New York. Pretty important PAT here, Brock, to make it a field goal game. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference. As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. Back to throw it. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Saints down by only 3. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Go!
Here he is to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. On the move, past the 40. And they make the tackle at the 38. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. Looking to throw it. On the move, headed right. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Try and get it to Chris Olave. And it sets up 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Now to throw. Hits his running back. And this one doesn't go far. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. To throw. Gets this one to Shaheed. And he's out of bounds right at the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Wary of the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's 1st and 10. They run it from the gun with Wright. And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. The Saints calling for a timeout. It's their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Let's go.
Throwing now. Dumped off to his running back. And he's brought down for a loss. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That play is so impressive on so many levels. Not just because it saves a touchdown kick. He had to time that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or let him establish possession for the score. That is so good.
Looking good, and it's through. And inside the final minute, they've tied this up.
These are the moments, Kate, when you realize how valuable a clutch kicker is. When he's the only guy out there and everybody relying on him. And he delivers.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
No.
Setting up to pass. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
That right there is one of the biggest differences between the NFL and college game. Heck, the high school and Pop Warner game. Because when you break away from a sack at those lower levels, big things happen. But at this level, this big boy league, just because you get out of one guy's arms doesn't mean you're safe anytime soon.
Timeout taken by the offense, their second. Still one more in their pocket to use.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
He'll look to throw it. Chased out to his right. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. Man, this has been such a great game. Nobody is ready for it to end just yet. After 4 quarters, we're headed to overtime. So as we go through this coin toss, Brock, I'm sure most of our fans know it, but this is something that can decide the game. If the team who gets it first scores a touchdown, the game is over. But if they only kick a field goal, their opponent gets it with a shot to win or tie. And if we play beyond those 2 possessions, the next score would then win.
Brings it on to kick off for the Jets.
And hopefully this conclusion will be just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. First throw of overtime now. Hauled in left side. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Here's a give for Wright. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Right again. Across midfield to the 45. And he's finally taken down at the 39-yard line. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Rattler. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they get this down to the 28. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Wright running out of the gun. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Here we go, set.
again with Wright. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on first. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. As they'll be left with just one more to work with here in OT.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
This time it's a passing play. Able to find Wright. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. Well, you know this better than most, Brock. Screens normally leave some rushers to come free, but still, it's not often you get roughing the passer on one.
No, it isn't, but I think of Tom Brady. To me, not only the greatest QB sneaker in the game, but he was one of the great screen masters, too. He understood how to sell a screen, draw those defenders to him, and like the QB did right there, sometimes they'll even tee off and you get the penalty.
They'll run here following the penalty. Has the New Orleans touchdown. The Saints pull in front. Jalen Wright with the touchdown. So this a win on the road for the Saints. And it took some extra effort, Brock, some bonus football before they were finally able to separate from the opposition and earn that hard-fought victory. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Saints as we say so long from New York.